guys, I am Preeti and you are watching today's video on it's a very interesting topic and it is about whether you are following a rat race in your love life. I'm going to share a lot about that in detail in just later part of this video. But yes, I would like to know that whether you are living your even your love life in a way that it is a rat race, or you are really following the real path in your love life. Okay, so make sure that you watch this video till the end to get the entire scoop. Okay, stay tuned.
Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon. When you click on the bell icon, select all notifications so that you get notified about all the videos that I upload.
So let's get started. Have you ever heard this fact? He is single and I am single. Okay, so let's hook up. Or have you heard that it's been a long time since I am single? Okay, let's just go and have a relationship. Or the guy next door, he is single and he has similar he's of the similar societal status as mine. So let's get hooked up with him. Do you think relationships happen in this way? We are going to talk about this. Now you know what I'm going to talk in this video is when I told you that okay, now he is single or she is single, she has a good reputable position in a company, he has a good reputable position in a company, both can connect well both can connect well on a career level and both have similar tastes. See, these are the different ways in which people actually hook up. Okay, now when two people fall in love with each other, they usually get into each other and then realize, oh, this person has the similar interest, this person is also from my career, or this person also has this as their interest, they also like music, they also like dancing. So that is what people later on realize, and because of this people feel that if they are single, then they should actually go out and look in the same way, that okay, he has this much height, he has this much societal status, and she has this good position in her company, she is earning this much, he is earning this much, so it's a good match. It does sound technically very good, it does sound technically it does sound very good, but isn't that rat race? And don't you think that that's not a good way? People don't fall in love like that. And when you may have been listening to this, and I listened to this thing that okay, she is single, she is free, so she can be ready for hookup, she can be ready for a relationship. Now we do see that somebody should be single only after which we can get into a relationship with that person, but at the same time you don't you cannot fall in love that way. You can select a life partner that way, but you can never find a really truly longing lasting relationship like that. Yeah, sometimes it does happen that even technically when you try to match it does happen, but usually the the real spark of a relationship is the love that two people have for each other. So what do you need in a relationship? In a relationship you need a partner. Yeah, you need to want a partner. You need to feel that you want a partner rather than needing a partner. There is a huge difference in between both of these. A lot of times when people get into a relationship, they are usually in need of a partner, and in need of a partner, by that they mean that they want somebody to take care of them. Why? Because they cannot take care of themselves on their own. They want somebody to do this for them, they want somebody to do that for them, they want somebody to rely on. And whenever you are in need, you are not going to attract the right partner. So you are going to attract the right partner only when you want the person. The next thing is, what else do you need in a relationship? You actually want some chemistry, You want that a relationship should have a chemistry, two people should gel along very well, and it should look good, right? When two people are standing and talking to each other, or when they are standing as a couple, it should be like a spectacle to watch, and people should appreciate their pair. People should appreciate the couple, that yeah, they look good together. So that is what is the second thing that people look in a relationship. The third thing, the most important thing in a relationship, it has to be love, the feeling of love. When people don't have this feeling of love for each other, for their partner, I just don't know why people get married. Sometimes people just get adjusted to the society. Yeah, the societal thing. The society wants that when you are well employed, when you are of the right age, you should get married. While technically speaking, it's good that you marry at that time, but it's not good that you just adjust to somebody. You adjust to somebody thinking that, yeah, it's the right age, it's the right time, it's the right partner. She's also single, I'm also single, or he's also single and I'm also single, etc. etc. If you think that way, then maybe, then you're not going to end up with the right partner, because love doesn't happen that way. Love doesn't happen that, okay, enough, let me say I'm single, so yeah, enough, I should find a partner for myself. Or yeah, it doesn't happen that way, it, because the true feeling of very very warm romantic relationship, it always comes like when a soul is recognizing another soul. When a soul recognizes another soul, that yes, that that fixing match fixing, that fixing of energies, that fixing of the gaze upon each other, it's happening without any logical explanation about it. You don't even know that person, you don't even know what they do, you don't know their name. And see, at times this kind of relationship, it has proven that it's not good, because there are people who have had karmic connections like that, and these kind of souls attract each other also. But what I mean to say is a rat race. Rat race is where you're just going after a relationship just because the society wants you to get married, the society wants you to see with a partner, society wants you to see you with a partner, and which is why you're just getting into the bandwagon, and you also want that, okay, let me also have a relationship, let me also get married. The people who actually get married like this, they are soon going to yeah, they're soon going to feel the loss of luster in their relationship. Initially it feels good, it just feels good that you are actually shutting the mouth of the society, and now nobody will have the question, nobody will have to point a finger at you, oh, this person's son or daughter, they are not married yet, they are of this age, and I don't know what they are doing in their life. And I see this, a lot of this, it happens in developing countries, and you may be watching this video, you may not be from a developing country, but even if you are not from a developing country, let me tell you that just don't go randomly after any person, and you just cannot say, okay, that person is single, I am single, so yeah, now so both of us can get into a relationship. There are so many people single in this world, and so is you. So why is it that you just want that just one fixed single person has to go with you, has to gel with you? There can be somebody who is absolutely amazing, their soul is so nice and warm, and that soul is actually wanting a person like you. You are actually wanting a person like them, but you just cannot wait for that suspense to reveal at its right time, and that is where you just randomly go across any person, yeah, person living across the street, and you want to have a relationship with them. So yeah, that is a big time rat race. Don't get into a relationship like that. Majority of people get into a relationship like that, which is the reason why a lot of people are getting divorced, a lot of people are getting separated, a lot of people are just hopping from one relationship after another helplessly. They just don't know what they want, they just don't know why they are not finding the right person. So yeah, that is what I want you to take an account of in your mind. And now let's see the next thing. The first thing is, you don't need to see financial stability of a life partner. When I say this, a lot of people might feel, oh Preeti, you can't be that foolish. You have to at least see that that person is financially stable. See, you don't have to see whether a person is financially stable or not. You have to see whether a person is responsible citizen or not. Because if a person is not responsible, if a person is irresponsible towards life, not accountable for the life and its circumstances, then that person may not be the right partner. But at times, even people who are struggling with their finances, they might be good because they might be okay, they might be good because they are accountable. They are accountable for the actions they are doing, for the work they are doing. They are responsible in life, they want to take responsibility, and they're actually doing it in their life. So that's not what you have to look into. The second thing is job designation. A lot of times, I see that, okay, now that person is also a doctor, she is also a doctor, so both of them can get into a relationship. And usually love doesn't happen that way. Even you know, and everybody else knows. But there has to be, see, now these are some very good points how you can get into a relationship, how you can find a partner. Like, yeah, if you have a similar career, it's very good that both of you will have a same workplace, and if you both have the same interests, you would like to hang out with your friends, yeah, and both of you will be enjoying, none of you will be getting bored. So yes, that is there. But those are the secondary things. The first thing is the love, the feeling of love for what people have for each other. That is very important. And usually people match up everything else and they just forget the love and romance. Okay, let me share something that is not love, because I have come across several people and they have got into failed relationships. They have got into faulty relationships just because their idea of love was not correct. So let's see what is not love, so that you don't get into the wrong idea, wrong notion, and get into the wrong relationship. So the first thing is violence, or showing that you are hurt. Somebody starts breaking off things in their house, or starts breaking off things in your house, or they start hurting you, or they start hurting themselves in order to show that they are so disturbed because they love you. That is not true. If a person has very, very true feelings for you, that person will never hurt you. That person will never even hurt themselves in front of you, because they know that you also feel for them. So they're not going to make themselves appear shallow and, yeah, somewhere sort of a shallow personality who just keeps hurting themselves. They are not going to do that. The second thing is suicidal tendencies if rejected. I know this, that sometimes people, they are just on the verge of breakup, and one of the partner is trying to rethink the possibilities, the priorities, and they are trying to think whether they are in the right relationship or not. The other person senses it and they just try to threaten them that they might commit suicide, or they do something else. They try to threaten that other person that they might actually affect somehow, they might endanger their lives. Okay, they don't endanger themselves, but they are threatening to endanger the life of the other partner in the relationship. This is also wrong, this is also not love. And if somebody is doing that to you, just try to share this as much as you can with your friends, with people around you, and just try to get off that person as soon as possible, because that is not love, that is not romance. A person who has a lot of feelings for you, they will allow you to break up with you if you don't want to be in that relationship. See, if it's like the truest feelings of love, two people are just going to come back together again. But if it's not that feeling, then you can just give that person some space so that they can just go far away for some time or maybe for some longer time, and then rethink whether they are happy with you or not. Okay, then somehow what is not love, what I would like to say here is, sometimes people get on bad habits, they start taking on bad habits, they take up addictions just because they feel that the partner is going to leave them, or they start having some other problems. And see, when people, yeah, some people get disturbed, that it affects their health, that's a different thing. But if a person starts showing up such kind of tantrums, such kind of drama at you whenever you try to break up, you can just imagine that in future when you get much more closer, and again if you're not comfortable, what would happen, that again if you would like to get out of the relationship, they might create some more drama. So just try to rethink whether that's really love or not. Okay. And yeah, when I said that you don't have to see whether similarities match or not, whether that person is from a good financial background or not, when I said that, a lot of people might have thought, oh, she is teaching something that's wrong. A lot of people follow that, whether the person is financially stable or not, and all that stuff. When I said that, you might have come through with a shock, but I didn't mean it, because finances can be less now, and you can even succeed. A person can succeed in future, but you don't have to see the financial stability of a person and get married. And yeah, how the finances are being earned, that is of more importance than how much finances have been accumulated. So if yeah, so that's true. And avoid drug addicts. So drug addicts, alcohol addicts, and these are the people who will never consider you as their first priority. The first priority for them would be their addiction, the alcohol, the drugs that they take. It's because it has entered into their nervous system such that that drug, that substance is going to take over their personality, and it's going to make them do whenever, yeah, it's going to make them do something weird whenever the crisis occurs. Crisis of what? Crisis of that substance. So if some alcohol addict, that addict is alcohol addict person is addicted to having alcohol like 8 to 10 pegs a day. So if one day they just took 5 pegs, they're going to crave for it, and they will not bother whether you are next to them or not, but they will first go and get that addiction. Yeah, they'll just first go and get that addiction managed, and only then they will come back to you. And by the time they come back to you, they are so much drowsy, they are so much into the effect of that substance that they don't care whether who is next to them, and they won't be in that state of mind. Like, it's not that they don't care, but that substance might have played its the intoxication might have played on the mind, that it doesn't matter who is next to them because they don't feel anything. So whichever negative point I pointed out in this video, just try to make sure that you take that very seriously, because very dark, and this kind of partners, addicts who are into endangering you, that they will hurt you if you try to break up, or they will try to hurt themselves if you try to break up with them. Life will not be normal if you are with them. Yeah, see, like, when I said that love is not something that you choose, you get to choose, but these are the things that you definitely have to keep in mind, because if you don't keep this in mind, your life is going to definitely be like hell. So I hope that this video helps you, and let me know down in the comment box below, how did this video help you, and what part of this video, yeah, strikes a chord with you the most. Okay, so this is it for today, and I'll see you again next week. Until then, keep following the path of your soul's purpose, because you are born for a reason. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. And do share this video with anyone who you feel it, yeah, they need to watch this video.